Hey guys, welcome to another episode of All Bass Creations Effects Tutorials, Demos, and Review. Today, we'll be talking about how to run your bass stereo and how to just stack a couple tones or IRs if you wanted to. So, we're going to talk about two different things: running two separate channels, or left and a right channel in stereo, and then basically how if we need to for a gig or whatever the case, run it mono as well. So the purpose of that would be, when you run it in mono, pretty much you'd be mixing the tones together, coming out of one channel instead of two separate channels. So this is comes in handy when you like the sound of like two cabinets at once. Like say you're a fan of 410s on top of a 15, things like that. Or you might be a fan of two 12s on the bottom and two 10s up top. And those will be separate IRs. You can run those in stereo, and then you or the sound engineer, whoever's mixing or whatever, can pan those and get some really good results. You just got to keep a few things in mind when you're doing it, and understand that a few rules. So let's just talk about how to set it up first. So as you can hear, very nice, pillowy, but still got some bite up top, and clarity up top. And these strings aren't even brand new, these have been quite broken in. They almost ready for a change, but not quite yet, but almost. But yeah, I'm using this Zoom B3 down here on the floor. See my hand here? Doo-doo-doo-doo. Right here on the floor, the three lights you see is a Zoom B3, which is an older Zoom unit. It's actually one of the first pedals I ever owned. But I'm using it today to split the signal into a left and right. So I go to the input, and then on the outputs, it'll be a left and a right. So the left signal is going to be the pedal board you see here on the floor, right? So that's one signal path. The right side is running to this pedal board up top. So essentially, all of this is going in one side, and all of this down here bottom is going in the other. So that's one way of doing things. Let's talk about that a little bit. That's what you pretty much been hearing. So let's dial that back. Let's isolate it. So the left side sound, or what is this? The right side. The right side sounds like this. Right? And so let's dial that back and see what we have on there. So I could run the 160 compressor from the B3. You typically in a setup I would be running it, but I have it turned off at the moment. But anything coming from the B3, and this is where it gets amazing at. You can use the B3, or you can use the MS60B, allow you to do this too, because it's got stereo, as well as the MS50G allow you to do it. CDR, you would need two inputs, because it's stereo in, stereo out. But these are mono mono in to stereo out. The OC5 also is another one that is really good for this. The line electroharmonics pedals also allow you to do this, because you can have one dry signal and one effect signal out from it. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to split it and either run it mono and have your dry signal running a separate signal path than your effects, or you can run the stereo and have one side, have them panned, or whatever the case you want to do in that situation. But yeah, those pedals allow. Also, the SGT allows you to do something. You can do something similar with this. So you can go to the input of this, and you can run the preamp out, and then you can run the through. In the through, it's going past the signal, the bass's input, straight through to the through output. And the preamp, if you have the preamp on, it'll be running through the preamp out. So that'll also give you two separate signal chains there to start with. So, let me see, anything else I have up here that'll do it right. I know these like the Key 9 and the Series 9, Key 9 and stuff like that allows you to do that stuff easily. Rabbit sitar also. Yeah, and so that's all the ones that I have that'll do it. Oh, the B6 allows you to do this, but we're gonna use the B6 for another purpose today. Because that's gonna be our IR loader, and basically we're gonna use that to really finish the sound. So this is just the preamp, the SGT. So you can get a lot out of that right there, and you ain't even did nothing but add the preamp. That's just the preamp, it's a nice analog preamp, which I've also, Tonex is going to be all my settings for my stuff like that. Just by the way, subscribe, like, and share. Let's not forget about that, guys. That's pretty important. Definitely need you to subscribe. Definitely need you to like it. And if you got a bass friend that this will help out, you can send it to them too. Or just share it to your stories or whatever. I appreciate it. Trying to come up in these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? So, beautiful sound from an analog preamp, of course. But you don't have to have that. If you have a multi-effects unit that you're using to split this, you can do that with your amp, your amp models, things like that. And I think like the HX Stomp will probably allow you to have the amp model on one channel and then have another channel, I believe, signal path. Only thing I don't like about I'm just not a fan of Line 6 stuff in general, but that's just me. Mostly because they don't really do anything geared towards bass players. It's all geared towards guitar players, and then bass players can also use it, but it doesn't have all the features that we need to do bass stuff. Like for the amps and stuff like that, it's not enough of them, But let's keep going. We ain't going down that rabbit hole today. So I got the SGT running into the B6, and then we got it running into a 1176 style limiter rather. Let's dial this stuff back here. So this is just the preamp and a limiter on the right side. Such a good sound already. Like even without adding anything else, you could go and with that